We're going to talk a lot about consistency. Consistency is the name of the game for what I'm going to be teaching you guys today. We're going to start off the Remington exercise. That's the one where we all start on F and we roll, connecting the notes. So that one. We're going to do 4 beats on each note. And then go to the next note, and let's go down to C, and then we'll stop from there, and then we'll talk a little bit. So right off the bat here, thinking about consistency hand in hand, making sure our hands are balanced with each other. One hand is not louder than the other, one hand is not in a different part of the instrument that's getting less resonance. All right, so let's start on F, and go working our way down, 4 beats on each note. 1, 2, here we go. Right now what we start having happening as we get further and further down, there gets to be a little gap that is showing up. And that's kind of, that's a consistency issue from just making sure that the sound is connected the same way as up here, as it is. So what that means is you're going to have to make that hand be able to jump down to the next note really quickly. So you always have to be concentrating on where are you going next, right? And also make sure, something to try as we get onto the accidentals, so like E flat or D flat. I know some of you wanted to play on the note a little bit right there, and as we talked about hand-in-hand consistency with resonance, that's not going to give you that. And then some people played in the middle of the bar and also on edge like this. That's good. That has its place too. Try this time to play roughly in the same spot on the center or on the edge. Let's go for the center for right now though. All right, and what that just means, you'll have to just play loud, or not loud enough, but with a height that will allow your mouths to get out of the way of one another. All right, so that might mean you're coming in like this a little bit, if you can kind of see that. It's not directly on top of one another. It's kind of a little bit to the side. All right, let's try that. Same thing. Let's do 4 on each note again. 1, 2. Here we go. That was a lot better connecting the notes actually, and also I appreciate the effort to get in the same playing zone. That time what the consistency issue that we had show up was as we were going for the next note, like the lower notes with the faster motion, we started having a little bit of a spike in the volume right at the start of that show up. So make sure that that's also under control, that when you do that fast motion, you aren't spiking the note at first, all right? Because you would hit it and then you would match the sound of the note before, but that first initial attack of the note was just a little bit harsh. All right, so let's try it one more time. Let's do 3 beats on each note. 1, 2, here we go. That's something to take into account whenever you're playing keyboard. Like how consistent is my right hand with my left hand? Are my rolls all consistent quality? I think. So right now we're going to kind of take some of those ideas and apply them to the Charlie Brown Christmas. So So if I can have you guys go ahead and get your instruments for that. We're going to start at measure 5. So right off the bat here, this is our groove section. This is the drum set emulation that we've got going on here. And this is that ostinato that is repeating throughout this piece. Okay. So what that means, are we missing?
Yeah, I don't have drumsticks.
Don't have drumsticks. Okay, I've got a pair. Okay, so what the consistency is in this, with the ostinato that we've got repeating over and over again, we have to make sure that we're consistent with the pulse and the rhythm is not shifting each measure. All right, so that is steady the entire time. So let's go ahead, take a huge chunk here, going 5 to measure 33. That's where that ostinato repeats again and then stops. All right, just before the tempo change at 37. All right. So take 5 to 33. 1, 2. Here we go. That's a really great start to this, and that's gotten a lot better since we last met about this. Try something for me this time. Try to get a little bit more accent on each downbeat. You have in your part that. Try to get a little bit more of that character to it. All right, let's go ahead and take right now just that section. So I'll have you hang out just a second here. Going 5 to 15. So if you want to play like the downbeat at 15, that'd be cool. Just so we make sure that we're counting and entering the right spot at least. But just try to get that character, and that's very good on the bass drum there. Maybe this time try to get that bum, 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 the and of 2. Try to get that a little bit shorter. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. And so what that might mean is you might have to do a little bit of muffling just for bum, 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 everything. Right. Let's try that one more time. Going 5 to 15. 1, 2. Here we go. And so what I mean by that is like, you might have to take like this freehand. Right. Let's take the last 4 bars before 15 and then go 15 to 23. Yeah. Just 15 to 23. So 4 bars before 15, going to 23. 1, 2, here we go. when you come in, I know we're stopping at 23. Nice and confident with that. All right, let's take 23. It looks a lot like what we've already worked on. 23 to 33 one more time. We're gonna put it all together. 1, 2, here we go. And that time we started having a little bit of sag in the tempo towards the end, but that could have been any number of issues. And I think you're starting to get comfortable with how that motion feels, and that's the character that we're going for. So let's go ahead and take this from 5, that whole segment, 5 to 33. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. So yeah, just as consistency is the name of the game for what I was teaching today, just strive to get the same sound quality out of the drum for each of those measures. All right, cool. Thank you guys.